Well, welcome back to the city of Padang in West Sumatra on Planet Doug. And I didn't have any plans to go anywhere today, but I just glanced out the window and the sun emerged. Yesterday was like massive thunderstorms all throughout the afternoon, evening, and into the night, and they were calling for more thunderstorms for the next 10 days. So it looked like the weather was going to be hit or miss. But it looked like each day that passes, the weather was going to get a little bit better. Like the sun was going to be out for a little bit longer. So I was looking ahead to maybe Sunday or Monday to go on a longer scooter ride, and I wasn't going to go out today, but check out this sky. It's not going to last. The rain is coming again this afternoon, I'm positive, but while the sun is out, I want to take advantage of it. And the idea for this trip is to stay inside Padang city limits. I'm not going to be leaving the city, because yesterday I was out roaming around a little bit to see what was going on, and at the very end of that road at Padang Beach I noticed another river, and that gave me the idea to explore that river. So I looked at Google Maps, and it turns out that there's one river that comes down out of the mountains, comes into the city of Padang, but then it splits into two channels that drain into the ocean. The main channel is the one over here beside my hostel, and I've done a lot of walking up and down that river and exploring on my scooter, and I think that's the main channel. That's where the city grew up around that channel. So all the fishing boats are docked there. The boats that take you out to Mentawai Islands are over there. But there's another branch of the same river at the other end of the city. So that's where I'm going, and the idea is to link up with that river where it drains into the ocean at Padang Beach, and then I'm going to try to follow that river, like stay on the roads right beside the river, the small roads, and follow it all the way to where it links up with the main river, and then kind of do a circle all the way back to here. And I just want to see what there is to see. That is what is going on. Yesterday, part of my adventures was getting a flat tire, and when I got that repaired, I had a brand new inner tube put into the rear tire here. And I didn't realize it, but the tires on this scooter are tubeless. So even though I got a flat tire yesterday, it wasn't because there was a puncture, it was just that the seal let go. And the mechanic, he suggested, let's just put a tube in. Cost 50,000 rupiah, like $3.50 US. And let's just put a tube in there. And that was the easiest and fastest way and most reliable way to repair it. So that's what I did. And now when I came out to get my scooter this morning, everything seems to be fine. The tube is still pumped up and feels the same as before. I don't feel any ill effects on the handling. And speaking of flat tires and scooters and technology in general, I'm also having a technology problem with my phone because the Indonesian Customs Department caught up with me. I had one working phone, but I was only able to register it with Customs for 30 days, and that 30 days expired yesterday. So now when I turn on the phone, I'd get a SIM disallowed message, and my phone basically has been blocked by Indonesian Customs. It's this new system they have. Your phone is on a time limit, basically. And once you reach your allotted time, they block the phone and you can never ever use it again in Indonesia. So I'm slowly going through all my phones, one after the other is being blocked. So right now I have no mobile internet connection. And this is where I got my flat tire, by the way. It was right here in this parking lot. I sat down here on the beach and had a cup of coffee. And as I was walking around with my camera, this is where I spotted this river and spotted a road going alongside it. I thought I could get to the road here this way, but I can't. Gonna have to find another way. Yeah, I don't think there are fishing harbors or fishing boats or anything like that along this river. I don't know what's on this river, and that's why I want to check it out, see what there is to see. Let's stop and take a glance at the ocean just for a second. Hello. No, thank you. Beautiful day. Who knows, maybe I could have risked heading out of the city on my scooter, but I'm gonna rest up a little bit today. I'll do that tomorrow or Monday. I have an idea of a place I want to visit. Beautiful. All right. So I can do one of two things to fix my smartphone problem. I have a third phone. I can register that with customs. They do that automatically, like when you go to get a SIM card now. I go to Telkomsel and they will, I wonder if this road goes to the river. I'm not sure if it does or not. I'll take a look. It might. It goes by a garbage container. And get some video of the garbage container. I'm always fascinated by garbage collection for some reason. Just city systems, you know, for collecting household garbage and distributing it. Of course, you get a lot of people sorting through the garbage to find recyclables to make a little bit of money. So I've seen a lot of people on this, around this garbage container, but they're not here today that I can see. Yeah, overflowing. I guess all the places that sell food and drinks at the side of the ocean here, they dump all their garbage here. All right. Here I am. I'm at the river. Okay. Maybe I am.
Hello, sir.
Hello. How are you? Bit of an under the bridge community. I don't know the name of the river. That's, I guess, laziness on my part. I never actually looked it up. But let me take my main GoPro and spin it around so you don't have to look at me. Let's see if I can aim it a little bit to the left and take in the river. All right, here we are. Got the GoPro angled a little bit to the left so you can see the road ahead of me and the river at the same time, I hope. That's the idea anyway. Yeah, there's some mud puddles from the rain last night and yesterday. I'm amazed that there isn't more flooding. I thought the whole city was going to be flooded based on the amount of rain that was falling. This looks like a pleasure cruise boat. Look at that. They have inner tubes there, so maybe they take family and groups of friends out to some of the nearby islands for the day to relax. And here's an interesting structure up there. No, oh, it must be controls. There's a tributary right here. Oh yeah, so I'm right on top of another river. And this is like a dam that controls the water flow between the two rivers. Some more fishing boats up here. Dual motors on a couple of them. Yeah, they look like they might be pleasure boats, like this one right here, Doa Mande. If I can back up. Very colorful, a lot of flags on it. I wonder if that's more of a pleasure boat than a fishing boat. So I was just saying that I have two options for fixing my phone problems. Hello. Good morning. I can either register a third phone with customs and get a SIM card, or I thought since I already have a working SIM card from Malaysia, still valid, I can get a roaming package and use it for the remaining 30 days that I'm here in Indonesia. And I tried to do that this morning, and it's a question of payment, because you have to have credit on your phone in order to pay for the roaming, right? But I'm not in Malaysia, so I can't go to 7-Eleven and then buy credit, get a PIN, and then, you know, reload my Digi phone account. I can't do that here in Indonesia as far as I can tell. But you can also pay using your eWallet, and I happen to have a little bit of money on my eWallet, and there is an option to pay from your eWallet. Transfer money from your eWallet to Digi through your phone. So I thought, oh great, let's try to do that. And I didn't spend a lot of time looking into it. My path along the river got blocked by this road, so I have to get around this somehow. So I tried to do that, and then as soon as I went into my eWallet to do that, it asked me for my eWallet phone number. And I have no idea what that is, because, you know, every time I go in and out of a new country, I keep getting new SIM cards, I keep getting new phone numbers, and I have no idea what phone number I used when I registered my eWallet. I can't remember. And of course I can't, oops. Well, I have no idea how to get to the river. I think I have to just cross over and try to get into the small streets again. So I have my eWallet open, and I'm trying to go into the settings just to find my phone number, like what phone number is registered through my eWallet. And I can't find it anywhere. And I finally got to a point where I can go into my profile, but then to do that, I need to know the answer to my security question. But the eWallet has this really confusing system, which has gotten me in trouble in the past, where you have a security question and a security answer, but they don't tell you what your security question is. Like, you have to pick a security question from a big list and then put in the answer. So the end result is you have to remember which security question you chose, and you have to remember the answer. And remembering the answer is easy, because of course I know the answer to all these questions that's in my brain, but I don't remember which question I chose. Like, you know, what is your favorite movie? What is your favorite book? What city were you born in? What was the model of your first car? What was your first family pet's name? All these questions, you have to pick one. But the system doesn't tell you which one you picked. You have to remember which one you picked, and I don't remember. So I picked one that I thought was the most obvious, put in my answer, and it said, oh, that's incorrect. You have 3 more attempts remaining, you know, before we lock you out of your account. And I'm like, well, I know the answer to all these questions. I just don't remember which question I chose. So anyway, I went around for a few minutes and I just got frustrated and gave up. I said, oh, for Pete's sake, all the security stuff makes life so complicated. Hello? Oh, no, can't. Pretty sure there's a road down there that follows the river, but I can't get to it. Let's keep going and go through this neighborhood. Anyway, I'm sure I'll be able to figure all this out. But then even then, once I figure it all out, I think roaming is really expensive, and I probably can't. The amount of data that I end up using, I think using roaming is going to be far more expensive than just getting another local SIM card, because the data here would be much cheaper. But anyway, that's where my morning went. And if I was smart, I would have made a record of my Digi account in my password manager. And I would have put in there, you know, what security question I chose and what the answer was, all that kind of thing. And I don't remember if I did that or not. I try to make a habit of recording everything, even if it's temporary. But then I didn't bother to check this morning, because even getting into my password manager requires going through several layers of security. It's a very involved process where you have to, you know, enter your master password, of course. But then every time I'm in a new city or a new state or a new country, it blocks me, and they send me emails. And then I have to go to my email account, track down the emails they send me, get the code that they send me, enter that into the account, and that allows me to start all over from the beginning. And then I have to put my master password back in, and then of course I have two-step verification turned on. So then I have to open up Google Authy, which I use to get my you know, verification codes. But of course, in order to get into that, I need my password to get into that. And then I finally get that code, I have to enter it into my password manager. It's a long, long process. And this morning I just could not be bothered with it. I'm living in a prison of security that I created and built around myself. And it ends up, I don't think it ever ends up keeping out any thieves, but it certainly makes my life more complicated and difficult. But hey, look at this ride. Isn't this gorgeous? Beautiful small road right alongside the river. As always, I'm the slowest person on the road because I'm touring. I'm here to take in the sights. Local people are on their way somewhere, get things done. Ah, this is nice. The road goes underneath this bridge, so I don't have to go through such a complicated sequence to get across it. At least I hope I don't have to. Yeah, the guys ahead of me are going underneath the bridge. Yeah, this is cool. Look at this. Small things amuse me. I love things like that. when I rode down the bridge on when I rode down the river on the other side, I came across a lot of quite interesting bridges, like small bridges, and I made a point of going back and forth across all the bridges just for fun. Oh, this is a railroad bridge. Oh, look at that. Railroad bridge. Yeah, you can't get across that on a scooter. I'm fine, thank you. Car coming up behind me. Let them pass if they want to. Oh. My turn signal was still on. It's so easy even for me to forget to turn it off. Partially because my GoPro mounting system blocks the turn signal. It's really hard to reach it. I normally pride myself on remembering little things like that. I keep track of details, but lately, because of YouTube, my brain has been not as... Oh, here's a small bridge. Let's go across this one. I just want to go across to the other side and back again. Yeah, my brain is not as reliable as it once was. Shooting video has turned it into mush. So, I thought it would be a simple U-turn to go back across, but this is Sumatra we're talking about. There's no such thing as an easy traffic maneuver. It's a very busy bridge for scooters. I didn't realize it would be quite so busy. Oh, and whenever I'm turning left or right, I do tend to come to a stop and make sure it's clear. And of course, that means I almost get rear-ended almost every time because nobody here ever stops for anything. They'll just cut into traffic. They just take blind corners without looking. But gorgeous road. Got all these trees on both sides, creating a shaded tunnel. Pretty narrow area though, not a lot of room between the houses and the river. Just enough room for this small road and nothing else. So I'm not coming across places where you can get drinks or snacks or anything like that. I was wondering how natural this river was, because the other channel where all the fishing boats are, it curves a lot. It's really windy. It has a very natural looking feeling to it. And when I looked at this river on Google Maps, it seemed to carve a very straight line. As you can see, looking to my left there on the GoPro. very straight. So I wonder if the river originally was this straight, or did they cut it like this, or was this whole thing artificial? Is this like a canal that they built as an artificial waterway? I doubt it. I'm sure there was a river here. I wonder why it goes so straight. Rivers don't usually do that. Coming up on another road and bridge. Let's see how complicated this one is to get across. It's a busy one, that's for sure. Yeah, there's no way to go directly across, so I'm gonna have to do a bunch of detouring. Whew. Traffic jam. So perhaps this journey is not going to be quite as simple as I imagined. I keep running into bridges like this. U-turn possibility. Because I could go down this side of the river, but I want to stick to the same side. So I'm going to go back across the bridge. That wasn't that bad. A lot of speed bumps again, but I tend to take them slower than other people just because going over them at speed means my GoPro just bounces all over the place and moves out of position. Good grief. There's too many speed bumps, come on. It's quite the series of them. Not much farther ahead, I'm going to run into another busy road that I have to get across, and then I'll link up with the other river again, or the other branch of this same river, so I could complete the loop at that point, or keep going along this river, or I should say keep going along the main river before it branches. We'll see. Okay. So the road, yeah, doesn't go underneath this bridge, so I have to do some detouring. This is going to be a bit complicated. Got to go to this side, somehow turn around and go back again. And maybe I can do it this way. Now I need a U-turn to get across to this bridge. I just end up looking ahead on the road, and if I see other people kind of moving towards the right, I think, oh, there must be a U-turn up there. And here it is. Just going to look down the river. Oh yeah, so the road continues, a small one. Easy peasy. And I think I deserve a cold drink for that clever maneuver, if I happen to see one along the way. I've developed a habit now that whenever I see another scooter, like the one ahead of me, has his turn signal on by accident. He left it on by accident. And whenever I see someone else with a turn signal on, it makes me look at my own scooter and check to see if I've left mine on. It's like a little force of habit now. Okay, I think right around here is where the two branches of the river diverge. Or in the direction that I'm going, this is where they would come together. Ah, right here, I'll bet. This is an interesting intersection. Just threading the needle there. Yeah, and here it is. So this is the other river. This is where the two of them separate or join, depending on your perspective. And here we have some iced tea. And I think that is for me. I think I can park my scooter right there without getting in anyone's way. Hello, iced tea? Berapa harganya? 3.000. 3.000. Ah, okay. 3. He offered me a seat, and he can get a stool there for himself. Tea is good. It's like the iced tea that you would get in any restaurant. So refreshing. So the river goes ahead up there, as you can see. But at this point, because I've connected with another branch of the river down here, you can see it flowing by down there. I'm going to turn and follow the river back, essentially going back in a circle back to my hostel, back to my neighborhood, which is just down there ahead of me. So this route could be a little bit complicated, particularly at the beginning. Scooter felt a little bit funny there, like it was driving on an angle. Felt a little bit like a flat tire again. Might have to check something here. No, everything looks okay. The rear tire is still pumped up. Front tire is a bit softer, but it's still okay. Must have been just imagining things. Picking up all the students. Okay, I think for me, I turn off the main road onto this smaller one, which will get me down by the river, or at least in the neighborhood of the river, I think. For this kind of life, the GPS unit that Itchy Boots uses would certainly be very handy. I don't want to mount a smartphone out in the open on the handlebars. It's just not very convenient and a lot of trouble, I think. Just have a phone exposed like that all the time. But her GPS device, much more rugged, big screen, easy to manipulate the controls. That would be very handy. So if you're riding like this all the time, then constantly having to check your direction on the maps, that GPS device would be very nice to have. But for what I'm doing, this kind of trip, just using your phone from time to time to check Google Maps is good enough. I don't really need the hardcore navigation that she has. Okay, here's the river and a big bridge that I can scoot underneath. I've adjusted the GoPro, aiming back at me and then angled off in this direction. That if the river makes an appearance, if it makes an appearance on my right, it will show up. So I think for the very beginning part up ahead, the river is going to be on my left. and then I can cross over on a bridge, and then it will be on my right. Ah, okay, all right. Oh yeah, I remember this. If I do cross over, I'll be on a really busy road over there. And to avoid that, I'm gonna go down this way a little bit. And this is where the two other tributaries meet up, that second Y that I was talking about. Now I'm finally back on my home ground. I'm back on my river in the old Padang. All right, here I think I can cross over. There's no real particular reason I need to, except I have the GoPro angled to have the river on my right, so let's do that. And there it is on my right. Yeah, I remember coming here before on my other ride. I can't remember if there are any really difficult roads to cross over or bridges to cross over, or whether it's smooth sailing all the way down. Bit of a garbage collection area right there. And back on the river. Yeah, the scooter does feel a little bit squirrely for some reason. It's probably because I'm just paying more attention to how it feels because of the new inner tube. And I remember there was a bricks storage area here underneath this bridge. There was a truck here last time. They're loading up a whole bunch of bricks onto the truck. Yeah, this is great. It's really convenient. On this side, this riverside road goes right underneath all the bridges, and the main road just skirts around them or underneath them. I'm on the home stretch of my river circle in Padang. The last time I came this way, I stopped at a school up ahead where there was a roti bakar stall, and I grabbed a couple of sandwiches. And all the kids from the school took a very exuberant interest in me and everything I was doing. I caused a small mini riot at the school. Well, here's a muddy section of road. Check out SpongeBob up here. Beautiful section of the river. Hopefully my GoPro is capturing the scene up ahead of me. Yeah, here's the school. And a roti sandwich right here. Yeah, why don't I stop again?
Selfie.
Sure? You have a camera? Okay. I have to comb my hair. Right here? Hello.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, another one?
One. Coba kayak gini.
Like that?
Okay.
Okay.
2, 3. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh,
What do you live?
I'm from Canada.
Canada.
Douglas. My name is Douglas. My hobby?
Yeah.
Well, my main hobby is taking video. Yeah. Favorite food? For me, bubur ayam is my favorite.
Sedikit.
I know a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's all.
6,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. See you later. Next time. It wasn't quite as chaotic as the first time. The first time there's a lot of younger children, a bigger crowd of them. This time they were older students and mainly girls. They tend to be a lot gentler, a little bit more easygoing on the poor foreigner and his nerves. What a beautiful day. Really glad I came out for this little scooter ride. Not a big adventure or anything like that, but pretty nice. Time to go across the bridge. Well, maybe I'll just continue back to my guest house so I can enjoy my roti there. And I think I can get there down this side street. It's quite an interesting one. Leads through a market area. A lot of interesting shops everywhere. Oh boy. I can't get through there. I'm blocked. Let's see. Buses blocking that road. I thought I was being so clever, taking the shortcut. But at least I get to go by this historic mosque. I don't know the history of it, but I've heard it's a big part of Padang history, that green mosque there. I wonder if I can rejoin the road that I was trying to follow before I got stopped by the buses. Yeah, here it is here. And I can see that I'm also in a race against GoPro batteries. I think the batteries inside my 2 GoPros are about to die. And we'll see if they keep power until I reach my guest house. I'm almost there. So today's little scooter ride is almost over. And here we are, back at the Wisma Rumah Kita. So that is it for this video. As I said, I just wanted to go explore that riverside, just ride along the river, come back in a loop and end up back here again. That was interesting. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. See the other branch of the main river of Padang. So I'm gonna pop inside, probably have a cup of coffee and my roti bakar chocolate. So thanks for coming along with me, and I'll see you in the next video.